Hello everybody, welcome back to another art stream. We are here drawing some Pokemon. So I went through a little bit, cleaned up the sketch from last time we streamed, just because it was a little rough. So I went through, I cleaned it up a little bit, got some, you know, better proportions going for it. And I kind of started on the background too. So the background is the same as the other evolutions that I've done. You can see like the Umbreon here. But the difference being is, I had to go in and edit that so it had the fairy type energy instead of, the dark type energy that was on the other card. So went through, did some work after stream on Monday, and now we are left with this. Scarecrow, welcome in, good to see ya. We, as well as having the Sylveon one, I also have the Eevee one, which I worked on as well. You can see I have the normal type energy symbol on the background of the card here. I think last time I said that we were going to do hydrangeas for the Sylveon, which is still the plan. For the Eevee, I think I'm going to do petunias. I think that'd be very cute. I think petunias would work very well. The only thing I'm like kind of iffy on with the Sylveon is the background of the card. Right now I just have like some simple sparkles, but it's very similar to like what I already have with the Umbreon, because the Umbreon has the sparkles too, but it also has the moon. So it's like, I don't know what else I could do with Sylveon. Like, I don't know what screams like fairy, right? Eevee, I was thinking of having just like a rainbow, because, he evolves into a rainbow of different Pokemon. Sylveon, I don't know. I could just keep it simple and do the sparkles. I don't know if it'll stay like that though. So that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to be working on doing some line art for this. I also worked on on the emotes for the channel. You guys can maybe see some of them. Not all of them were approved for today's stream, unfortunately. But we got some different emotes. We got some different ones. I can pull up the file actually, and just show you guys maybe, because they weren't all approved. But so I got this one with like his eyes crossed out. That's this one I'm gonna use for a bonk emote, animated emote that again was not approved before stream, unfortunately. But that's what that one's for. Then the dance emote we already know. The paint one, I did this one this morning, which did get approved. So very, very cute. The sleep one is kind of basically what we already had. I just adjusted it a little bit. The crying one I still need to finish. Cozy one, you guys know about that one, and the lurk one, you know about that one. So yeah, we got some good emotage going on. Still a lot more that I need to finish, but like the bathtub one didn't work on this one. A lot more we need to finish, but for now, we have new emotes for the channel. Cute, thank you, appreciated. But I think I'm gonna work on the Sylveon first before I work on the Eevee. I don't know, the Sylveon's just calling me today. So we're gonna do this one first. So I'm gonna make a new folder for everything to sit in. We can start doing line art. How exciting. You know, there's some people, some artists out there that don't do line art at all. I'm like, how can you not do line art? My brain doesn't function without line art. I've tried doing lineless styles before. My brain doesn't function. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've tried doing lineless stuff. It's been a very long time. I tried doing watercolor, which all of those were lineless drawings, and I don't like how most of my watercolor paintings came out, if I'm being honest. But you know, it's trial and error, right? Just gotta practice. One day I'll get better at doing lineless, but at this point in time, I'm not good at it. I'm still working on like being good at line art itself. Like, I can get really clean line work, but I think I still need to work a lot on like line weights. Just having like that contrast there. So, you know, like I said, it's all practice and stuff. Gotta practice. Line art is so difficult. Art is difficult. That's all that needs to be said. Art is difficult. But that's what makes it so rewarding, right? It's like, it wouldn't be fun to do if it was easy, right? That's why I don't play easy video games. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do play easy video games, but I also play not easy video games. I play a lot of, you know, hardcore randomizer Nuzlocke for Pokemon. I do, you know, Soul Links, and I do Souls games, and just a lot of games that to a lot of people are not fun because they're so difficult, which, hey, I understand. If Souls games are not fun for you because they're too difficult, I am not going to judge, because they are very difficult. I am not good at Souls games, and yet I play them anyway. But you know what's actually funny about it is I've played quite a few Souls games at this point. I have not played the Dark Souls trilogy, which is like the Souls games. I've played Bloodborne, I played Demon Souls, I played Elden Ring, I played Another Crab's Treasure. All Souls games, but not the bona fide original Souls games. They're all Souls-likes, I guess. Yeah. Need to get on that. Need to play the Dark Souls trilogy someday. Maybe we'll do it on stream. I don't know. I played Elden Ring on stream, and that totally wasn't a disaster. I actually did beat the game. I did beat, well, no. I played the Elden Ring DLC on stream. I didn't play the main game. And I beat almost everything except the final boss, so I guess we didn't beat it. In my mind, I like to think I beat the game, but actually, looking back on it, no, I didn't. No, I didn't beat that game. Someday, chat. Someday we'll go back to it. Once I get better at Souls games. I don't know what it was, man. The Elden Ring DLC was like a cakewalk for me, and then we got to Consort Radahn, and my life just was ruined. My life was ruined. I just don't know how to read his patterns in that game. I really don't. Details are important to me. They create immersion. Yeah. I love a game with a lot of good detail. It's weird, like, games like Elden Ring have so much detail, but if you're not paying attention, you won't know anything about the game. Because all of the, like, story beats of the game are, by and large, like, told through, like, item descriptions and such. So it's like, you really gotta pay attention if you want to know the stories of those games. But good games, good games. I wish I could play Night Rain, but it's a multiplayer game, and I don't have other people that like to play Souls games in my life. All the games that I play with my IRL friends, we play like PlateUp and Stardew Valley, you know, like farming sim games, not Souls games. So I'll never be able to experience Night Rain, but that's okay. And details are everything when it comes to just art in general, which I do think video games are an art form. Some people may not agree with that, but I mean, how could you not say video games aren't art? I don't know. I think Silksong is like one of the most beautiful games that came out this year. All the hand-drawn like textures and animations, like Silksong is all hand-drawn and it's freaking beautiful for it. Was a little sad that Silksong did not win Best Art Direction, but you know, my opinion doesn't matter when it comes to the Game Awards. It's just my personal opinion. I think Expedition 33 is a very pretty game, but it doesn't have a lot of unique graphically going on. Uniqueness, I mean. This kind of looks like every other Unreal Engine 5 game with hyper realistic graphics. But it's still a pretty game, so you know I gotta give it at least props for that, because I'm sure that game has a lot going for it. I just can't judge because I have not played it, so can't really say much about a game I haven't played. I like the loot shooters, big Borderlands 2 fan. I've been meaning to play Borderlands. I know it's a good game. Haven't played it though. There's a lot of games I've been meaning to play and just haven't gotten to it. So just one of those things. I think the game that kind of has stuck with me the most out of all the games I've ever played is Mother 3. There's just something about Mother 3 that's just absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. But, you know, it never got an English release, which is very sad. I had to play a fan translation of the game so that I could actually play it. But I kind of understand why Nintendo has never released the game internationally, because it's a very dark game. Not necessarily a game that's good for their general audience, you know, viewership. I don't know, audience maybe is the better word. Because, you know, Nintendo is a very, like, E for everyone, and Mother 3 does not feel like an E for everyone game. It's really, really good, but I wouldn't say E for everyone. Would not say that. I need to finish playing Earthbound too. I actually played Mother 3 first, and then I started playing Earthbound. But going backwards in the series was not a good idea, because I got very used to the conveniences that Mother 3 has, because Earthbound is an older game. And now I try to go back and play the original, and I'm like, oh, it's a good game, but it's kind of hard to play without all the conveniences that game after it has. You know? I don't know. I'll get to it one day. I know Earthbound's good. I just didn't. I think I played like maybe an hour of Earthbound, and that's a crime. I need to play more. I have a bunch of games that I want to play, especially like on stream. Obviously, I can't play every game I want to play on stream, but eventually, I want to play a bunch of different ones. Just googled it. Never heard of Mother before. I honestly, for as good of a game as it is, I'm not surprised that there are people that haven't heard of it, mostly because it never got an international release. But I highly recommend it. It's probably in my top 5 games of all time. Like, right up there with, gosh, what would be in my top 5? I have a list of games that are like games that are my personal favorite games of all time, but not necessarily like Minecraft, the Spyro the Dragon original trilogy, Stardew Valley, Portal 1 and Portal 2, Terraria Don't Starve. I know this is more than 5, but I'm just listing some of my favorite games. There's a lot of good games, guys. It's hard to just pick a favorite. I would say Spyro is my favorite just because of the nostalgia of it. But I don't know if it's like, you know, I know for a fact it's not like the best game of all time. That's just because I have nostalgia for it. It's just a personal fave. And, you know, news is, the rumor is, that Spyro is going to be getting another game in the trilogy. Well, it won't be a trilogy anymore, because there'll be 4. But that is the rumor. The rumor come out. We don't have exact confirmation that it's true, but pretty sure it's gonna happen. As a child, I only had the Game Boy Pocket and it had Donkey Kong. See, I didn't play a lot of Nintendo games growing up because in my house I had like a PS2 and that was it for a very, very long time. So I didn't play a full-fledged Pokemon game until I was a teenager and I could afford to buy games myself, even though I had a DS. Like, I did eventually get a DS, but my parents never bought me, like, Nintendo titles, probably because they were, like, more expensive, so they would always get me, like, the cheaper titles that weren't Nintendo brand, you know? So, like, I didn't have Mario, Donkey Kong, Kirby, Pokemon, you know, Smash Bros, and, you know, all the other Nintendo properties. I played Nintendogs, and I played Scribblenauts, and I had Sonic, and gosh, what are the other games I had on my DS? Plants vs. Zombies. But like, again, like not a lot of actual Nintendo branded games, which is very sad. But it's alright, that's what my adulthood is for. To play all the games that I never got to play as a child. It's like I always loved Pokemon. I just couldn't play the games. The only Pokemon games that I played as a kid was Pokemon Stadium. Because for a short time I did have an N64, but I think I only had it for like a year. I had the N64, so I had Pokemon Stadium, and then I think it was Donkey Kong Country? Is that the one that came out on the 64? I don't know. I didn't have Mario 64. Didn't have that one. I know that for a fact. I missed out on a lot of games as a kid, but it's alright, you know? I can take the time now to play all the stuff that I should have. This is looking good so far. This is looking good so far. Start on the face. Sylveon's cute little face. I feel like I gotta like thicken up the line art here, the outside. Go back to like a 15. Again, I'm trying to add some line variety, but I'm not great at it. Yeah, yesterday, or gosh, not yesterday. When did we stream? Monday. My last stream on Monday, when I was sketching out this Sylveon for the first time, I had a reference image of Sylveon, but it wasn't like a Pokemon branded reference image. It was like a fan art of Sylveon, which, you know, you wouldn't think is a problem. But then I went back and looked at like what Sylveon actually looks like, and I'm like, oh, hold on. The proportions here are all wrong, which is why I had to do some redraws after stream. But we got it. We got it down now. I'm not gonna start on the flowers today for the drawing. The freaking flowers are just gonna take me so much time, and I don't want to deal with that today. So we're not going to do that today. I have to also find some really good reference images. Like, I have some reference images of what I want them to look like, the hydrangeas, and I kind of want it to be, I want the hydrangeas to have mixed colors. I don't want to just have one color. I want to have the pink, the blue, and the white to match Sylveon's colors, because I think it'd be so cute. But yeah, as much as I love having the motif of flowers in my artwork, because I do it all the time, I add flowers to like everything. I'm not good at drawing flowers. Surprisingly enough. You would think that I would be good the more I draw them. Not so, not so. I think it's just because, like, I don't know. flowers have so many different shapes and sizes and I don't know, organic forms that it's hard to like really nail them down for some reason for my art style. Someday though, you know, again, practice makes better. Practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes better, because there's no such thing as perfection. But yeah, one day. One day we'll have flower drawing skills. Should I have... I feel like I want to arc her back a little bit more. I feel like it's a little too flat. Use a 14 for this? I think so. I don't know, because it's like, if I draw out the structure, I should have like a shoulder here, and then it should be curving up. That should be like the shoulder. Is this freaking Christmas music in my playlist? Absolutely not. Skip. It's not time for the Christmas stream yet, guys. It will happen, but today's not the day. That song was literally like called like Dance to the Moon. Like something very Christmassy like that. I'm like, no dancing yet. Not until I say so. I don't have anything particularly against Christmas music. I just don't want it on my playlist. Okay, that looks better. You know, the funny thing is that this whole little corner that I'm working on is probably gonna get all covered up when I add the ribbons. But whatever, it's fine. We have fun here. We have fun here. Okay. I feel like the ears maybe should be like a 13. The first time I did these drawings, I did Umbreon and Espeon, which are my favorite evolutions. The problem with those drawings that I did was I drew them at a much smaller canvas size than I should have. And you know, you might think, oh, that's not really a problem, right? It wouldn't be a problem if I didn't try to print them. Because if you print it and it's too small of a canvas size, it's gonna be blurry. So I had to go in and redraw everything that I drew so that I could get it up to a higher resolution. So now my canvas is 2000 by 3000 pixels and then 300 DPI, which is a nice size for stickers. Stickers, you don't have to have a huge canvas, right? It's just got to be good enough, because these stickers are going to be literally just like 3 inches by I think 1.5 inches, something around there. So you know, a decent size, but think my canvas was like half as small, or maybe even smaller, on the original go-through, which was not good enough. So for anyone wanting to eventually print stickers, here's your warning: use a big canvas size, or else the stickers will either come out blurry or the company just won't print them at all because it's too small. I'm actually making these stickers right now because I sold out of all of my Umbreon and Espeon stickers, so I need to do a new sticker order. And if I'm already gonna do a new sticker order, I might as well draw some stickers, you know, new designs, so I can order new stuff as well as restock my old stuff. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, right? Add new stuff to the shop for 2026. That's the plan anyway. I'm planning for 2027. I don't think I'll have enough product by 2026. But 2027, I want to do my first big convention, which is going to be, you know, a pretty massive undertaking, but that's kind of what my plan is. I want to do a bigger convention. Maybe not like something too big. Like, I don't want to do like Phoenix Fan Fusion or, you know, Comic-Con, or, you know, something that's gonna cost hundreds of dollars to get in. But, you know, a big enough convention that I could be like, yeah, I'm a real artist now. I got a Artist Alley booth, and it's awesome, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. Size of, did I use a 13 for this? I think 14? I think I used 14. Okay, I just needed to know so I can match it to the other ear over here. Trebcell, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? Everyone, I hope you're having a good time. We are, I don't know, a little less than 10 days away from Christmas now. I think it's 8 days. So I'm feeling great. I'm ready for the holidays, you know? Ready to have some good food with good people. It's actually funny. One of my friends is gonna be basically alone for Christmas because her whole family is, you know, going to see other family members during Christmas, and she can't go. So I'm like, dude, let's have Christmas together. Let's go. It's friends, instead of Friendsgiving, it's like friend Christmas. I think that's gonna be very fun. Also, I just realized I drew this ear wrong. There's supposed to be another. I gotta look up a picture of Sylveon real quick. Hold on, I'm drawing these ears wrong. Sylveon. Yeah, there's supposed to be another bump on her ear. Okay, yep, I gotta redraw that a little bit, but that's fine. Nothing that's not easy to fix. Honestly, not feeling that great. Oh, I'm so sorry, Trebcell. Well, I hope you feel better. I hope my stream can bring some joy. You know, I like to have a nice, chill, relaxing, fun environment here, so. Oh, does that most definitely, I don't know if I can edit this or not. A little bit, I can edit it a little bit. It's fine. I can fix the small stuff. It's fine. There we go. I want to draw, but it's hard. I'm just doubting myself so much. Oh, dude, you just gotta like, you gotta push past it, you know? That's kind of, it's the struggle of every artist. I had a big point in my life where I thought my art wasn't good enough, and you know, it kind of derailed what my life was for a long time, because I was like, oh, my art's never gonna be good enough, I can't make art a job. So I, you know, I went to architecture school instead, and I basically wasted 4 years of my life doing that. And then I realized, like, oh wait, no, you know what, screw it, I'm doing it anyway. And now we're here. Now we're here. Hey, it's you there with the art and the words? Yes, it is I, hello. I don't like how thick this ear is. But no, yeah, I have some people that come into my stream sometimes and they're like, you know, talking about like, oh, I'm bad at art, I can't get better at art. And it's like, no. No one is born with natural talent. I actually just made a video today for my TikTok, like going through some of my older artwork. It's bad, guys. I have some of it on my hard drive, actually. You guys want to see how bad some of my like older artwork is? And this isn't even like my old stuff, right? This is like, you know, I'd say 7 years ago or so. But like, look at me trying to do lineless artwork. Look at this. Look at this. It's such a cute idea for a drawing, just very poorly executed. You know, I have tons and tons of stuff like that. Like, look, I drew these ones on my phone in class. I drew Umbreon. I have so many bad drawings, but you know, you gotta get through the bad drawings to get to the good drawings. Like, look at this. Like, I did Gravity Falls fan art of the freaking unicorn. It's all like pixels because I drew it in MS Paint. Oh my gosh. Look at how small the head is compared to like the massive like parts of the body, and like there's so many anatomy problems. But that's just how art is, man. You gotta go from the bottom up. You can only go up. And that's what's great. You can only go up. So many people tell me to loosen up, just draw for fun. And I do that. It looks too simple, bad and wonky. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Like I said, you just gotta keep going. It's gonna be bad until it's better. And that's just how it is. It took me years and years to feel comfortable with my artwork, and I still have days where I'm like, wow, my art is really bad. And then you just gotta tell yourself, like, shut up. Keep going. Who cares if your art is bad right now? Because it can only get better. Like right now, it's like, this ear is like totally not what I want it to be. But with a little perseverance, I can fix the proportions, make it how I want it to be, and everything will be better for it. I just think it's like a little too thick. Just gotta move it a little bit. if y'all ever need a cheerleader in your corner, I'll be your cheerleader. I'm rooting for anyone in here that's wanted to do art. I'm rooting for you. Keep going. Keep trying. 'Cause you'll never get better if you don't try. What is the quote is like, it takes 10,000 hours to get decent at a skill. So it's like, it just takes time. Just takes time. And yeah, I feel like it's always hard advice to hear, I will preface. It's always hard advice to hear from other artists where it's like, how do I get better? And, you know, the answer is just practice. But it truly is just practice. Like, if you need to, like, take an image and trace over it to learn the shapes, if you need to watch art tutorials, study, like, anatomy or lighting or, like, anything, it's like, do whatever you need to do to get better. And eventually you won't have to lean so hard on, you know, tools like tracing to make your art better. But I'm a pro tracing artist. Like, everyone's always like, oh, tracing's so bad. How could you ever think about tracing? And it's like, it's actually not, though. The professional Disney animators trace models for their animations in the movies. Tracing is not as evil as everybody makes it out to be. Obviously, don't trace something from another artist and then claim it as your own original piece. Just use it for practice. Or if you do, like, post it, like, you know, give credit to the artist who originally drew it. But in general, tracing's not bad. And if you want to trace like a photo of your hand to make sure your, you know, anatomy is correct or whatever, it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I just noticed my PNG tuber's broken too. Hey PNG tuber, why are you brokey? Oh, I'm gonna have to restart the program. The program is not responding. Well, there I go. I disappeared. Chat, where'd I go? Oh no! Hold on. Loading, reloading. Honestly, I'm gonna stop using PNG Tuber Plus because this thing breaks every single stream. It's very disappointing. Come on. And it always has all my toggles on. There we go. There we go. Okay, we are back to working. Sorry, didn't realize. I don't know how long that was broken for, but, you know, it's fixed now. It's fixed now, so that's all that matters. Last time I redrew a picture, like 10 years ago, I got told to just take red-lined advised sketch I got those years ago, draw on top of it, make the picture better. I have been, I have done redlining for some people before. It can be very helpful to, like, know how to, like, fix little mistakes, but it also can be, like, hard because sometimes it's, like, the thing that people are redlining is stuff that you don't think is a mistake. So you're like, oh, but that was intentional, so it, like, feels bad. Man, that's just one of those tools, you know? When I start from zero, I got told you already fixed sketch from someone, draw from zero. You may make the same mistakes or even new ones. Told me if you want to build a road with 10 kilometers and 5 kilometers are not straight, you fix the 5 kilometers instead of ripping out the whole street. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that advice because I do it all the time, where I'll take, like for this Sylveon sketch that I did for this art piece is not the original sketch that I did. I straight up scrapped it and restarted off stream because I wasn't liking it. And I think when you're in the sketch phase, at least, it is totally fine to redraw something again and again and again and again until you come up with a sketch that looks really good. That's just like how art works. I don't know how else to say it. That's just like how art works. Like, at least for me in my process, like when I like draw something, I'll draw something multiple times until something looks good. And I'm not a big I'm not big into sketchbooks. I just don't really keep a physical sketchbook like I probably should. But artists do that all the time, where they'll just draw the same thing over and over again, do thumbnail sketches, right? Sketches that are a little more simplified just to get the idea down. And they'll just keep drawing new thumbnails until they find one that they like. So, I don't know if that advice has complete merit. I think, like, to some degree, it's good advice. Like, because some people get, like, overly perfectionist about a drawing, and then they'll just leave a drawing completely unfinished because they don't think they have the skill level to finish it, which I have done before. I tried, let me see if I can find it. I tried doing a digital painting, and I don't paint. Again, I am a person who does line art. I tried to do a digital painting of one of the shows that I liked at the time, called Lucifer. And I never finished this painting because I felt like I didn't have the skills to finish it at the time. But this is what it looked like. This is where I left it. And like, the face is like super bad, and I tried like going over it with like a sketch so that I could re-block out the face structure and get it better. But I never went through and actually like finished it. I just never did it. And it's a crime because like I put a lot of work into this, and you can tell I put a lot of work into it. But I never finished it. And I think for instances like this, it would be better if I would have finished it and it not be the perfect image I had in my head of it, rather than leaving it like how it is. Because at least I could have had like that milestone of like, this was my first finished digital painting, you know? But I never had that because I didn't finish it. So, there is a saying of, better done than perfect. But I don't know. That's just my advice. I'm not, a seasoned professional artist or anything. Everyone's process is different, and that's okay. You just gotta do what works for you. I will say though, loving this drawing so far. The more I get into the line art, very much loving it. Very much loving it. I am very excited for the final drawing reveal for this. I think it's gonna look really good. I feel like this is like bad. See, and I'm also a person that like will draw the same line like 20 freaking times. So, you know, I got those perfectionist tendencies in me. I'm no one to judge. I try to work through it and try to get better every day. But those tendencies are still there. Feel inspired by you? Want to start drawing again? Yes, please. Yes. If I can inspire more people to draw, that is like literally my dream. Because I wish there were people that helped me like have that inspiration when I was like younger and doubtful of, you know, being an artist. And I feel like it's so important to encourage new people to get into art, especially in the, you know, landscape that we are in now with AI. Because AI is slop, AI is trash, AI generated images are not art. And I think if we don't encourage people to be artists, then all we're gonna have left in this world is AI trash, and that makes me sad. That makes me very sad. So I wanna inspire people. It's like my whole thing. Okay. I think I want to make the eyelashes a little thicker. A little bit thicker on the eyeline. Because, you know, Sylveon is girly pop Pokemon. So they have to have just very, very cute eyes. It's a must. It really is a must. Okay, that's good, that's good. So all I have to do now are the ribbons and the tail, and then the line art for Sylveon is freaking done. You guys see how slow of an artist I am, though? I've drawn like half of the line art for Sylveon, and it took me an hour. Granted, I was talking a lot about, you know, different things with you guys, but I am not what they would call a fast artist. They say that you need 2 of 3 things to be successful in the art industry. You can either be fast, you can either be good, or you can be nice. You have to have 2 of those 3 things. So I'm focusing on being nice and having good quality work. Because fast, I don't know if fast will ever happen for me. I'm unreasonably slow at drawing. But that's okay. That's okay. I have no desire to be a fast artist if I don't need to be. The only thing that hinders me being slow is myself, so. Oopsie, don't erase lines that I actually need. No, 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 no. Aw, she's a cutie, guys. She's a cutie. Look at Sylveon. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, let's draw the ribbons next. Let's draw the ribbons. And I'm gonna take the ribbons down a little bit from where they are now. I'm gonna use a little bit thinner of a line art too. I'm kind of not following my sketch here, but you know, we'll see if it works for me. One thing I'm trying to avoid is tangent lines, which if you do not know what tangent lines are, it's when your lines meet up at the exact same point. So, like here is kind of a tangent line because the line of the face is coming in at the same spot as the line of the shoulder. In general, you want to avoid those kinds of things because it can kind of muddle up your drawing. So that's why I'm kind of lowering the ribbons here so that the ribbon doesn't meet right at that tangent point. I think I want to curl the ribbon a little bit more, like this. It's a very slight curl in. Actually, for those of you who do not know, I have a Sylveon cosplay that I made. Even though Sylveon's not my favorite evolution, I felt like Sylveon would be the cutest, like, Eevee to dress up as for Comic-Con one year, just because it has so many more details going on with all the ribbons and bows and stuff. So I actually have a Sylveon cosplay. I posted it on my TikTok, and I think on my Discord a couple times before, but I haven't posted in a long time.
Watching the Weather Channel, your most accurate and dependable source of weather information 24 hours a day.
I wish I could do cosplay more. It's just a very time-consuming and expensive endeavor, so I don't do it much. And I also don't know how to sew, which is something I would love to rectify. I would love to learn to sew. I just currently don't know how. I have a sewing machine that I bought. Just have never plugged it in because I don't have a place to use it. Because I have so many other art supplies everywhere. It's like I don't have a place to put a sewing machine. Someday though, chat. I want to learn how to sew my own plushies. Like that's the goal, that's the dream. The dream is to sew my own plushies. I would love to have a Max plush. That would make my life. I would freaking love to have that as a thing. I feel like this is too wide. Am I imagining this? No, it's about the same width. Maybe just because of perspective, I should make it a little smaller. Just a tad bit. Let's make it proportional. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm trying to have the ribbons posed in a way that's like slightly different than how Sylveon is normally posed. You know, just to have some variety. So I feel like usually with the ribbons, like this ribbon would come like behind the tail. This ribbon usually comes like down here. This ribbon comes like around the ear, and this one comes like that way. It's like usually how Sylveon's ribbons are posed. But hey, they're ribbons. They can do whatever they want. So I'm using the ribbons to kind of frame the face. First and foremost. That's too thick. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's about the same width. Yeah. This ribbon over here. Again, with the tangent lines, I gotta be careful. That's probably fine. I want these to come to more of a point though. I gotta start working on like more stuff for the shop. I mean, obviously that's what we're doing right now, trying more sticker designs. But I gotta work on more like hand-drawn stuff as well. Just because I have some art markets coming up. I have a market this Saturday, and then I have another market January 2nd. I have another one on like the 14th of January, something like that. I feel like this does not fit here. I feel like it needs to go like here. But it's gonna be mostly covered up by the other ribbon if I put it here. Maybe we'll just put it like here. It'll be like slightly covered, but not completely. I kind of want to adjust the angle of this ribbon too. Kind of want it to be like out more. Picking up the line work a little bit too. I love making minute changes to my artwork that absolutely no one is gonna notice. Don't be like me, chat. Don't be like me. Don't put so much work into your art that no one will see. Unless you just really want to, you know, have the satisfaction of having it there. Because I do that shiz all the time. Where I just make tiny little changes to my artwork. And, you know, to my eye, it looks better. But to everybody else's eye, that's not necessarily an artist. They're like, it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same, it looks absolutely no different, and you wasted your time doing it. So don't be a perfectionist like me, chat. Learn to do better. I feel like this should come up a little bit to show that it's like tilting upwards. Which I know that looks absolutely no different to your guys' eye, but again, to my eye, the difference is there. The difference is there. And you know what? You're definitely not going to see all these little details when I shrink down the illustration to 3 inches for a sticker. But it matters to me. It matters to me. Okay, so I think those ribbons are done. Let's do the next set of ribbons. Good stuff so far. Thank you, thank you. I think it's coming out good. I think it's coming out good. No touchy line. No, no touch, no touch. This is not how I want this to look. Draw the same line over and over again until it looks something like how I want it to look. Points on the ribbons here. loving this ribbon. I don't know why. I'm not loving it though. I think I'm gonna erase it. I'm gonna try again. Let's do this other one, you know? Let's take a break. Do the other ribbon. That's better. But if you guys have a suggestion on what evolution you want to see me draw next, so far we are working on Sylveon and Eevee, but I still have not done Glaceon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and Leafeon. So we got a few more. But if you guys want to see me do a specific one, let me know. I feel like I should do the like original trio next. Like I should do Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon. But I'm not sure. I'm not really leaning towards any particular one. I'm kind of just drawing my favorites first. I don't know if you guys realize this. But Umbreon and Espeon are my favorite. I drew those two first. And then Eevee and Sylveon are my next favorites. If I had to pick a next favorite after that, it might be Leafeon. I really love Leafeon. I feel like Leafeon's the least favorite evolution next to Flareon. I really just like Leafeon. I think it's pretty. Underrated evolution. I actually met someone the other day at a card show that was like, yeah, Leafeon's my favorite, but no one ever has merch for it. And I'm like, I'm gonna change that for you. I'm gonna make Leafeon merch. And that's why I told her too. I was like, next time I'm at this card show, I'm gonna be selling Leafeon stickers, so you better check out my booth again. Because I'm hoping, to have all of the EVs done eventually. I don't know if I'll have them done for this next drop. Like, I feel like Sylveon and Eevee are the only ones that are gonna get done for this next drop. But eventually, I will have all of the EVs, which there are 9 of them, right? Eevee, Vaporeon, Espeon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, and then Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, Sylveon. Yeah, there's 9 of them. 9 of them. Evolutions, which means 9 sticker designs. You know what? When I have all 9, I'll probably have like a sticker bundle where you can buy all 9 for like a cheaper price. I feel like that'd be good. Because right now my stickers are 2 for $5. But if I did a bundle of all 9, maybe I would do like 15 for all 9? Or maybe cheaper. Maybe 14. Give a good deal on it, you know? I don't know, we'll see. It'll be a while until I have all 9 finished, so. quite a ways down the road. Because not only do I need to finish the Evolution TCG sticker designs that I'm doing, I also have the starter stickers that I've been doing, where I have the starters with their matching like console that they came out on. So, you know, the Kanto Trio with the Game Boy and all of that jazz. Oops. There we go. But I have lots of ones that I haven't started yet. Like, I need to do the DS. Like I got here. I need to do the 3DS. I need to do the Switch. And eventually the Switch 2 as well. But Gen 10's not out yet, so I don't have to do the Switch 2 yet. Not yet. Not yet. But eventually. Eventually I will. So I kind of have two different sticker lines right now that I'm currently working on. And then I had a different idea for stickers. Where is that? Is it in the is it in this? Yes. I was gonna do, I kind of sketched out the Game Boy here, but I was gonna have each of like the consoles, and then I was gonna have like flowers coming out of it. I just like the flower motif, alright chat? I like the flower motif. You can't blame me for having a thing. But yeah, that's my plans. You guys got your little sneak peek of what my shop is gonna look like in 2026. So there you go, a little exclusive for you guys. Little sneak peek. Hoping I can do more commissions next year too. I did a few commissions this year. I think I did like 3. Not a lot. Honestly, should promote my commissions more. But I don't. I don't know why this specific ribbon is just, it's not coming out how I want it to. It's not getting the flow, you know? It's gotta have that flow. Okay, I'm liking this better than the first one we did. actually think I'm gonna edit this a little bit. This needs to be slightly wider. Thank you, editing tools, for existing. Because, you know, I couldn't do this kind of stuff if I was doing traditional art. It just wouldn't work. You can't use the mesh transform tool when you're doing traditional. It doesn't work like that. You know what? I'm just gonna delete this entirely. Or redraw it where it looks a little better. The thing I do hate about the mesh transform tool, sometimes it does like blur your lines. So you gotta be careful about that. But I think we're fine. I've been trying to do more traditional work because I feel like if I practice traditional art more, that'll help me be a little bit less of a perfectionist. But you know, it hasn't helped so far. I do a lot of Pokemon drawings by hand. And they're very cute, but at the same time, take me a lot of time because I don't want to mess up, because with traditional art, if you draw a line, it's there forever. So, you know, try to be careful. Don't feel like that fits there. I just don't feel like it fits. Like spatially. Undo, 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 undo. Like, where can I put you? Maybe like here? Just kinda. This might work better, actually. Right here. Maybe tilt it a little more. Because if we're looking at it, it's gonna come. That's how it looks underneath. Which seems proportionally accurate. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Okay. Hey guys, we finished the line art for the Sylveon. A round of applause. Woo! That's awesome. Hey, that's awesome. I think we're gonna leave it there for the day. I was hoping to have enough time to do the line art for the Eevee as well. Oh, we're just not gonna have time today. I unfortunately had to start stream later than I wanted to because I had people in my house, and people in my house means I can't stream because I don't have a door on my studio and people are loud. So yeah, couldn't stream how I wanted to today, or when I wanted to. But you know, I think we still made good progress. We can color this in and stuff next time. We'll work on the Eevee, we'll work on doing like the flowers and stuff. I think it'll be great. It'll be great. So that'll be a good place to leave off for the day. But thank you guys so much for joining and chatting and sticking with me while I did my like inspirational speech of you can be an artist too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. This will be the last art stream for the week, but I will be streaming on my alternate channel at Game Lobby 1-7. If you guys want to check that out, we'll be doing gameplay stuff. So, you know, be there tomorrow night for game stuff. And, you know, follow my socials, join the Discord for more updates on when I go live, and check out the shop and my commission info if you're interested in getting some custom awesome artwork like this. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys!